Okay, we are live. We are live.
Welcome to the Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Motivational Mondays with myself and my incredible speakers. We are excited this morning for several reasons. Number one, I'm excited because I'm joined with some incredible speakers. We have Leah Garcia in the house, Zan Anagru in the house, and I'm excited for that. But I'm also excited because we get to talk about a topic that can help any entrepreneur out there, whether you just started yesterday or whether you've been in business for 25 years like myself. This talk can help you. So what I want you to do is I want you to share this with at least 2 or 3 people right now. Just share the link and say, you need to get on this. Okay? You need to get on this. You need to hear what they have to say. Why? Because we are talking about what they don't tell you about becoming an entrepreneur. This is powerful. What they don't tell you, right? What they do tell you is, hey, you can be free, right? You can have financial freedom. You can wake up whenever you want. You can make unlimited income, right? You can live the laptop lifestyle, right? They talk about you can work with anybody, anywhere, right? But they don't tell you about the pitfalls or the obstacles or the hardships or things of that nature. And we're gonna dive into all of that, and then we're gonna tell you how to overcome all those challenges. All right. So without further ado, I'm gonna call upon our first speaker. And by the way, if you've joined us, whether you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, put in the chat, say hello, let us know where you're zooming in from today, and I'll definitely shout you out. All right. Just put in the chat where you're zooming in from today. All right, so I'm going to call upon my first speaker today, and she hails out of California, where it is 4:04 in the morning, and we are just so excited that she took time to wake up this early to join us, because she doesn't have to, right? She's a very successful business person. She's a financial strategist. She's the person you go to if you want to learn about how to make more money or how to invest money. Or all things money. I definitely recommend that you grab her ebook. It helped me a lot in my business. All right. She's also a third-degree black belt, right? And if you know anything about martial arts, you have to be disciplined. You have to be focused to just get to the next level, right? To go from white to yellow to, I think it's orange, right? All of those green, brown, like my son does it, so I have an idea. But she went all the way to black belt and then 3 levels up, right? So I have tremendous respect for her, and you should too, for absolutely. And without further ado, I'm going to bring her up so she can start speaking about our topic. Leah Garcia, the floor is yours.
Happy Money Monday, champions. Thank you so much, Eric F. King of Collaboration. Well, my name is Leah Garcia, and it is really my intention to help you properly protect what you've built, distribute it wisely, and transfer it with intention. I love this topic, what they don't tell you about entrepreneurship. Listen, I'm here in the jungle fighting all the lions and tigers and bears to be with you here this morning. I'm going to pull back the curtain. This is the gloves off. There's no puppy dogs and ponies here. This is a real conversation. Get out your pen, get out your pencil, tag a friend, invite somebody who is an entrepreneur or thinks that they are aspiring to be entrepreneur, because this is not for the pansies. Okay. If you want to be in entrepreneurship, you got to be tough. So listen, folks, when I started in entrepreneurship, I wasn't trying to do anything. I was just trying to feed myself, right? I was going through a divorce. I was feeling broken, and I was just in survival mode. But then suddenly what happened is what I was doing became something sacred. And I realized that I was here to do more than just feed myself, that I was here to do something great and build a dynasty. One client at a time, one conversation at a time, one courageous decision at a time. And now it's bigger than that. It is so much bigger than that. I'm not looking for a win today. I'm looking to build a legacy tomorrow in multiple generations. Well, this is the real conversation of entrepreneurship, what they don't tell you. I'm going to give you 3 golden nuggets, so get ready. The first one is, listen, folks, the road is lonely until it isn't. You got to be willing to be alone. You got to be willing to tough it out late night, early mornings. Your best friend might ghost you. Your family might giggle at your start until one day they're going to look up and they're going to see you live on LinkedIn. They're like, what? Where did you come from? What is this about? How come I didn't know you were doing all this? And then they see other people introduce you. And then they start to wonder, like, wow, I didn't know this was real. I didn't know you were really serious. I didn't know you were really going to do something great. And number 2, listen, winning as an entrepreneurship, this is a real deal. This is a tough one, guys. This is an NTN. NTN. It is a no talent needed. I know people say follow your passion, do what comes naturally to you, but hard work beats talent because talent seldom works hard. I'm going to say that again. Hard work beats talent because talent seldom works hard. If it comes so easy to you, we just think that we can glide through it. We just think that we can show up and suddenly we're here. No, listen, it takes preparation. It takes somebody that's going to pull into themselves and bring out that next level. And because it's in you, success requires you. You got to show up. You got to show up scared. You got to show up when your voice trembles. You got to show up with shaky legs. You got to be willing to do it until it starts to become natural. Entrepreneurship is that next level in you. It's got to be in your gut here, way beyond just what that talent is. It's going to require a whole different you, because it doesn't matter where you start from. All that matters is where you finish. Success as an entrepreneurship is just like the stock market. You'll see it go up, it'll go down, it'll go sideways, but none of that matters. All that matters is the day you cash that check. That's all that matters. Number 3, what they didn't tell you about entrepreneurship. Passion might get you started, but it's the grit that finishes the fight. Folks, in karate and martial arts, we learn to punch through the target. We never punch to the target. We punch through the target. So you have to understand, it's that passion might get you off the couch, but it's the grit that's going to get you through those tough days. It's the grit that's going to get you up when nobody else is there, and those dark nights and those 24-hour days, getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, that takes grit. It's so much more. Passion will get you on the map, but it's the grit that gets you back up day after day after day after day. You can't come to dabble. You got to understand that you got to come to dominate. You got to bring your best. You got to be on your A game, not just one day, but until you win. I don't know how long that takes. You got to go through the awkward times. You got to go through the zero posts when you post something and nobody likes it. Nobody sees it. You got to go through the times when people ghost you. Entrepreneurship is a contact sport. And that is what gets you on the map. You got to keep fighting. If you ever wonder if it's worth it, remember this, folks. You got to remember this. Somebody is attached to your red wagon. They're attached to your red wagon. And you got to get up for them. Because if you're on this call, if you're following me, if you're here on Motivation Monday with Eric and Friends, it's because you're the one in your family. You're the one to build a family legacy. You're the one that's a family's last name forever. But it is not for the weak. It is not for the pansies. And in closing, I'll say this. Your purpose, you have to choose your purpose over your pity. And one day, that consistency will be your compound return. You got to have more than just making money. It's about more than just making money. It's about having an impact, building that legacy, creating generational wealth. And with that, I'll hand it back to you, Mr. Eric F., King of Collaboration.
Wow, that was powerful. For a second, I forgot that I actually put this together. I just felt like a student right? And listening to a teacher. That was powerful. Thank you so much. A great TED talk early in the morning. I mean, we got so much it's like I'm good already. I got enough, but there's more. I got enough at it in 10 minutes. So thank you so much, Leah Garcia. We appreciate you. All right. So we're gonna keep going. We're going to keep going. So we're going to go from California all the way to West Africa, to Nigeria specifically, to hear from our next speaker, who is known all over the world for sharing his positive energy and helping people to transform their lives. Okay. He's a guy that I've hired, and a lot of people from around the world have hired to do what he does because he's the best at it. And I won't steal his thunder, because, I just want him to share with you what he has to say today about this topic. So without further ado, Zion Anaguru, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric F. King and Leah. Indeed, I feel like it's dead as well, because whenever we come in here, it's all about learning, it's all about growing. And sometimes when we come as speakers and the show is going on, we are not speakers anymore, because so much knowledge, so much wisdom has been dropped. So I want to say a very big thank you. And it's an amazing conversation today, what they don't tell you about entrepreneurship. So for those who are meeting me for the very first time, my name is Zion Inogeru. You're Mr. Positive Energy, a man who is always on a mission to spread positivity to every corner of the earth, one person at a time. You want to embrace positivity intentionally. You need a coach and a mentor for you to intentionally embrace the power of positivity. Yet that's where we come in to help you get on this journey of positivity. Being an entrepreneur is an interesting journey, I must tell you. And Mr. Erica, you permit me to do this because one thing I've learned about entrepreneurship that I wasn't told, it's the ability for you to celebrate others, celebrate other entrepreneurs, not just yourself, because the journey at the end of the day is not all about you, like Leah said. It's not all about me. It's all about us together, and which is very, very important. And we just want to make a big shout out to Mr. Eric F. King, whose birthday was on Friday. It's so amazing to celebrate him, because this is what they don't tell you in your entrepreneurial journey, celebrating other entrepreneurs. Mr. Eric, want to say a big thank you for all you do, for the amazing work, for the impact you're making, for shining the light on us all. For those who know him personally, beyond what you see on screen, it's a great person, and it's someone who is very intentional about growth, about impact, about making a huge difference. So I want to say happy birthday to you once again. I know it was last week Friday, but today was a big opportunity for me to come up on stage and share it with the world, to let them know that your birthday was August 1st, and we need to celebrate you for that. So thank you so much. Now, I had to learn this on my journey. Nobody ever told me this. Celebrating other people, on your journey. Because as an entrepreneur, we are so soaked up in our life. We are so soaked up in what we are doing, our vision. It's all about us, us, us. But if you truly want to succeed, you must understand that nobody succeeds alone. I will say that again. As an entrepreneur, you must understand that nobody succeeds alone. And the ability for you to have other amazing people around you is key. Within the week, I had a conversation with a friend. He said, if you are strong, make sure you surround yourself with other strong people, because it takes a strong man to sharpen a strong man. It takes one who is strong to help another strong person. So being an entrepreneur, you must learn to have this thought in your mind that celebrating people is very, very important. Do not take it for granted. It's not too small. It's one of the major game changer that you will experience on your journey as you go. And secondly, if there's one thing I've learned, I'm learning again and again, it's that success do not happen overnight. I think this is a mistake that most entrepreneurs, and clear. My pitch is so enticing. I have it all figured out, and boom, when I kick off, I'm going to get success. It doesn't happen like that. For every successful entrepreneur you see today, they didn't start yesterday. People have been building for years. When you hear Mr. Eric talk, say, I've been in sales for 20 years. And when you see him now, you think, oh, maybe he just started yesterday. No. Decades of sacrifice, decades of effort, of commitment, of consistency have been put into the journey. So peradventure you are starting out, or you are being on a journey as an entrepreneur, success doesn't happen overnight. And if it happens overnight, it is not sustainable. I'll say that again. If the success happens overnight, it's never sustainable because you have not built the capacity enough for you to sustain the success that comes overnight. So you must be ready to go through the journey. Leah mentioned something that the journey can get lonely. At times, it can get frustrating, it can get overwhelming, but you must learn that it takes due process. And definitely it's going to come and work. So keep working out, keep giving your best, keep encouraging yourself, keep being committed on the journey that you are right now. But I tell you, success will definitely come. My third point is it's something I laugh over again and again whenever I tend to say it. As an entrepreneur, a time will come you will get sick of repeating your elevator pitch. What describes you, that thing that you always say, that makes you unique, that makes you stand out. You will get tired of saying it because as you network, as you get to meet people, you're going to repeat it again and again and again and again. You're going to sound like a broken record, but that's the journey. Keep breaking the record, keep sharing it. I love it when Mr. Eric always says, I teach you how to sell without being pushy or salesy. I've heard that again and again and again. And whenever he said it, he felt like I've never heard it before. And for me, I will tell you what in positivity, there's endless possibilities. We've heard it again and again. That's what it means. You have to keep repeating it. You have to keep saying it because there are still people out there in the world who have not heard about you. And for the fact that you could say it again and again, it gives them the knowledge to share with them what you do. This is something that they will not tell you being as an entrepreneur. Nobody will tell you have to keep repeating yourself again and again and again. Nobody will tell you that. But at the end of the day, when you are on this journey, you will see yourself repeating it again and again. And lastly, I will end with this. No one ever cares about your business more than you do. Nobody cares about your business more than you do. I will say this again. We have supporters, we have encouragers, we have people who are there to encourage us. But as an entrepreneur, you must understand that nobody cares about your business like you do. That's why you have to be at the forefront. That's why you have to be at the driver's seat. That's why you have to actively participate in making sure your business gets to the level it gets to. For most people, all they do is they share the vision with the team and they go relax. No, you don't relax. You have to be fully involved because this is your business. You determine the outcome. You determine what it becomes. So you must have this mindset that it is your business. It is really your business, not it is really your business, and you must give it your all. You must actively be involved. I said that was the last one, but I'm going to end with this because it's not complete without this. Lastly, I will say this as an entrepreneur. If there's one thing I will tell you again and again is if you truly want to succeed, if you truly want to get to the heights you want to get to, embracing a positive mindset is non-negotiable. I tell you, because at the end of the day, troubles will come, challenges will come. You are going to feel at the point where things are not going well. But the ability for you to have a positive mindset will keep you grounded, will keep you committed, will keep you consistent in pursuing that goal that you want to achieve. That's why I always tell you, in positivity, there's endless possibilities for you. When you continually to embrace positivity as an entrepreneur, I tell you, you're open up to so much possibility on the journey as an entrepreneur. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I yield my back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. Another TED Talk. Thank you so much. That was powerful. I'm here taking notes. All right. So we're going to keep going. I want everybody on this line right now to share something in the chat. Just say hi and tell us where you're zooming in from. It seems like on the computer, I don't see it all, but I am seeing them now on my phone. So we'll make, I'll definitely shout you out. Welcome, Coral. Coral, we see you from across the pond. Let's see. Ike Hubai from Nigeria is here. Welcome. Dr. Fortune, good to see you. Elmer, welcome. Godwin, welcome. Eric Darby, welcome. So keep putting your information there. Simi, welcome. Good to see all of you this morning. It's morning here in Virginia. And, I love what Zion talked about when he talked about repeat. Oh, my goodness. That's a golden gem. Do you know that being an entrepreneur can be boring? Why? Because you have to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. You know what I mean? So when I was a kid, I used to see commercials on TV for Coca-Cola, for Coke, when I was a kid. And guess what? They still do them every day. Like we know what Coke is. They still do them. I used to see commercials for McDonald's every day as a kid. I still see them. So look at your business like you're a CEO of a huge company. Will you stop marketing? Will you stop telling people about it? If they don't stop and we already know what they are, why would you stop? Right? So yeah, every day, tell people what you do every day. Like I'm gonna tell, look, you see what I do right here? I'm gonna talk about it again. And I'm gonna talk about it again tonight and again tomorrow, right? All right. So this topic, I was thinking about it, over the last few days, and I thought to myself that, wow, if someone told me, all these things that I know now when I started, it would have been much easier for me to get through. But nobody did. They were just telling me about all the great things that come with entrepreneurship, right? And because me being a positive guy, I never talk about the negative here or anywhere really. But today I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about the things that can happen, that things that happen to you as an entrepreneur, but you have to deal with it, right? As an entrepreneur, I've had many nights of sleepless nights, right? Where I was stressed out, right? Because, I was losing money instead of making money. Have you ever been there? Where you're making more than you're losing more than you make? And you're like, wait a minute. This is supposed to be a for-profit business, right? Many times it's lonely being an entrepreneur because a lot of people don't understand what you're doing. They're like, well, Eric, if it's not working out, why don't you just get a good job, right? Like everybody else. That's how they say it, just like everybody else, right? But I don't want to be everybody else. I don't want to be average. Right? If you do what everybody does, then you're average. Who wants to be average? Do you want to be average? I don't want to be average. They don't tell you about the obstacles, right? I remember going to conventions where I didn't have the money. So I had to borrow the money to register. Then I had to get there, and I couldn't stay in the hotel where everybody's staying because that was an expensive hotel. So I had to find a hotel blocks away, that's cheap. And I was too embarrassed to tell people the hotel I'm in because, all motel, right? And I remember those days, right? Things weren't going right. Someone told me not too long ago, he said, Eric, it seems like everything you do turns to gold. I know when you started your sales business and now you have customers from all over the world. You started your speaking, your studio business, and now you have like over 80 speakers that have spoken on your stage. You have a book and it's a bestseller. It's like you built your dream home on the water, on the beach, on a golf course. Like they said, everything turns to gold for you. And you know what? From your mouth to God's ears, I'm not gonna disagree with that. But guess what? I wish you knew when everything I did not even turn into bronze. It didn't even turn into copper. It was like rusted tin can. That's what everything I did. Like it took me a long time to accomplish everything I've done. Right? I started a meetup group. The first meeting I went there, well, I had like 8 people. The second meeting, nobody showed up, right? Nobody knows that. Why? Because every day we have about 10, 15 people join the group. We have over almost 5,000 people now, right? Nobody knows what happened at the beginning, right? Nobody knows, right? So I just want you to know that you're going to go through hardships, but adversity is normal. Write that down somewhere. Adversity is normal as an entrepreneur. You will go through adversity. I go through adversity every time. When I got on StreamYard, I had issues with it. It wasn't working. I got through it, and now we use it every week, right? Adversity is normal, right? So I'm going to give you, let's see, about 5 tips real quick that can help you in your business, whether you're just starting out or whether you have been in business for a long time. I want you to know it takes time to succeed. It takes time. Okay, don't think it's going to happen overnight. It takes time. All right. Number one, believe in yourself and believe in your offer. That's another thing I say all the time. Like, Eric, you told us, we heard that before. Look, here's another thing. If you're the kind of person that gets on a call like this and then hears something that they've heard before and say, oh, I've heard that before. I've heard that before. Like, I know that. Let me tell you something. You're the person we're talking to. If that's you, you're the person we're talking to. Because a lot of people hear things, they don't do anything, but they just hear it and they have a check mark of all the things they've heard before. Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Right? That's what you need to think about. All right. Believe in yourself and believe in your offer. If you don't believe in yourself, work on yourself more than you work on your business. Right? I look, all these, I have books. I have read hundreds and hundreds of books. I'm talking after school, after college and after graduating. Personal development books that help me in sales, books that help me in marketing, books that help me in human relations, books that help me in the psychology of the mind, right? So I've developed myself so much that I have so much confidence in myself that I believe I can do anything in my business. I can share this with the world. I can help hundreds and I can help thousands of people become financially free. I believe because I built myself, right? So you want to believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing, believe in your offer. If you don't believe in what you're doing, anybody can talk you out of it. Nobody in the world can talk me out of helping entrepreneurs to sell their offers. Why? Because I've been doing it successfully and I've been helping a lot of entrepreneurs do it over the years. Nobody can talk me out of it. Nobody can talk me out of studiospeaking.com, where I help entrepreneurs, speakers, coaches, authors. I put them on a stage. I broadcast them to the world. I help them get their message out and a host of other things. And I'm changing lives. Nobody can stop. Nobody can convince me to stop doing that, right? Because I believe in myself and I believe in my offer. All right. Number two, don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about what people say. That kills enthusiasm. It kills your dreams, right? I think I shared this last time. Be careful who you're listening to, right? So I'm on a call with a guy. It's a while ago, and we're talking, and he's not able to afford my services and everything. That's fine. I give him some tips anyway. And then he said, well, Eric, before I go, I just want to give you some advice. I said, what's that? He says, I was on your page, studiospeaking.com, and I saw like 30 testimonials of people, that are getting speaking engagements and people that are selling their offers and selling their books, all these testimonials, like 30 of them. He said, but I think it's better if you had like one or two, because 30 is like too much and it may seem like you're bragging. So he advised me to just reduce it to like one or two people. So I said, oh, thank you for your feedback. Now I have a choice to make. I had a choice to make at that point. I can listen to the guy who hasn't made any money in his business, who can't afford any coaching, who doesn't even have a website. I can listen to him. Or I can listen to my mentors, people like Tony Robbins, people that have built huge businesses, who have impacted thousands and thousands of families, who say you need testimonials to put on your website so people can see what you're doing and you can attract more people, right? I had to make a decision. Who do I listen to? Now, I know it seems like that doesn't make any sense. That's a no-brainer, right? Then why are you listening to the wrong people? If people don't have what you want, why do you care what they think? Stop listening to the wrong people. All right. Another thing I want you to do is celebrate your small wins. Celebrate your small wins. I know, like, Eric, I just want to make 10,000 a month. I want to make 10,000 a month. I want to make 10,000 a month. I've been doing this for 6 years. I still haven't made 1,000. I still celebrate 500. You make 500 in a month. Wow. Celebrate it. Go out, get a drink, or for me, I don't drink. I'll get a smoothie, right? Celebrate it, right? Now that gives you enthusiasm to keep going, right? Then you get to 1,000, celebrate that, right? When I hit 1,000, I celebrated. When I hit 10,000, I celebrated. When I hit 20,000, I celebrated. When I hit 30,000, I celebrated. I kept celebrating, right? Because when you hit a milestone, it gives you permission to go for the next one, right? Start small. You don't have to be a millionaire in your first year. Start small, right? So celebrate the small wins. And then lastly, I want to go to Leah for her comments. But lastly, network and collaborate with people with like minds. Look, I have a secret weapon. My secret weapon is the people I associate myself with. On Monday mornings, I come on this call with other incredible coaches, speakers, and authors, right? Throughout the week, I'm on other calls with other incredible coaches, speakers, and authors, right? I have a team that I work with every day, right? I'm always surrounding myself with other people that inspire me, people that don't just tolerate me, but people that promote me, right? That's my secret weapon. So you should do the same, right? All right. So that's what I want to share. Hope you got something out of that. Thank you. Thank you so much, Zion. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I always clap for myself because when I started this entrepreneurship journey, nobody was clapping for me. So I'm just used to clapping for myself. Thank you, Zion. All right. So at this point, can you all just put your questions in the chat? We're going to answer your questions. But I want to go to Leah Garcia, find out, what your take is, anything you want to tell us, and also tell everybody how they can reach you. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm clapping for you, Eric. You didn't see me, but I was definitely clapping for you. I was doing the catch-up clap. I love this topic. I think this is incredible. And I always say that money likes speed. As an entrepreneur, we got to learn how to make decisions quickly. And one of the ways that you can do that is by knowing your core values. I talk about the 7 F's. Like, I know my core values. It is faith, family, finance, fitness, fun, and philanthropic, because I believe that givers gain. And the 7th F is food. Yes, I'm a foodie. I love food. I love to eat food. I believe that food brings us together. I just shared an incredible meal with some family last night. It was wonderful. We had time to love on each other and just share some great food. And that can be costly. So we got to learn how to make decisions quickly. Otherwise, we get lost in the sauce, like a meatball. And we don't want to do that. Entrepreneurs cannot do that. You get lost in the sauce. That's when you're going to say, oh, this thing doesn't work. I guess I'll go get a job. It wasn't meant for me. It must not be meant for me. I must not be, good enough. Right. So you can reach out to me. You can jump on my link, my smart link, which is like a website at leahgarcia.io. I put in the comments, leahgarcia.io, and I invite you to download my free ebook, The Wall of Wealth. It's a new upgraded version, my 1-page financial plan. And you can also come and take my financial quiz. What is your score? I want to know what your score is. And if you are looking for speaking opportunities, I'd love to chat with you. I do host Wealthy Wednesday every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And with that, I hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. Thank you so much, Leah Garcia, for what you do and how many people you help. You help people from all over the world, and we appreciate that. All right, so let's keep going. We have a surprise. We have somebody else that just joined us.
Godfather.
Yeah. He loves to make an entrance. He loves to make an entrance. I think it's the Nigerian in him. That's what they do. But anyway, that's what we do. So, but I won't say much about him. But I will say this: he's a marketing genius, right? If not for him, I won't be on LinkedIn right now. Like, I thought LinkedIn was a place you post a resume to get a job. Can you believe that? That's what I thought LinkedIn was. And I'm like, I don't have a resume because I'm not looking for a job. But then I found out that, hey, you can build a big business on LinkedIn. And the guy that can help you do it is Eni Osong. So Eni, the floor is yours.
Good morning, and good afternoon, everyone. So I came in, my sound wasn't working, so I had to leave. So I'm glad you were talking talking sense, Eric. So thank you so much, everyone. I slept well. Yeah, I say that, right? So let's talk about entrepreneurship, because this is such a juicy topic, right? We'll be here all day, I'm sure. I've heard I heard what you shared, Eric. I'm glad, I'm sure it's not. I'm sure. I know that the things that no one tells us are the important things, right? And the things that you least expect, things I least expected anyway, right? I think there's always dilemmas. I think, even Eric, you've been years in business. Queen Leah, you've been years in business. I've been 10 years in business. I still don't know many things. That's a weird thing, right? But here's what I would say. I think there's this dilemma we all have to face as entrepreneurs. Do you do what you love, or do you get to love what you do? Ooh. I don't know. I like to do what I like, what I love, but the risk is that if you do what you love, you're going to fall out of love with it, because it now becomes not a hobby, not a labor of love, but it now becomes what you do, right? What you rely on to make money, what you have deadlines for, what you have people looking at you saying, have you done it yet? For, right? Anyway, you work out for yourself what your thing really is, and I can't help you with that. But here's one thing I've definitely learned about being in business. There are 3 parts to make a success, if you ask me. Number 1 is you. On day 1, Eric, I knew nothing about the idea of you being a topic at all. You being you yourself, right? If you don't sort yourself out, your business will never work. Strange that, yeah. And then there's a business of business. Learn how to run a business, my friend. I'm still learning, and we all are, right? So that's such you can be as good as you want to be, as good as you are. You can do the right things and learn more. But if you don't learn how business works, the numbers, the process, the people, you're not going to make a good business. Maybe you can, but it's going to be so difficult, right? Again, so as I said, there's 3 things. There's you, there's a business, and there's the biggest part of business that no one ever tells you. Maybe they told us, or we just didn't listen. No one told me anyway. That's my excuse, right? It's your mindset, my friends. The way you think and the things you think about can ruin or build your business. No one told me that. I've learned about mindset in the last 3 years. So literally, I think and I guess what I've learned is simply, everything is 98% mindset and 2% the technical stuff. In other words, look, I can say many things about the mindset side, around goal setting, around growth mindset, but that's not where it's at really. So where it's at is simply what goes on in your mind, my friends. Do you love? If you can't love, don't go into business. If you're in business already, learn to love more. You'll be more successful. I don't say that lightly. Really, it's a lesson I've learned. If you have to love, Eric said, love yourself. You have to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, those challenges will knock you off course before you even breathe, right? So learn to truly love yourself. Learn to love people, because business is about people. Love your customers more than anything else. Maybe as good as you love yourself. Love your suppliers. Love your collaboration partners. Love your network. I'm saying, if you don't love people, you're gonna get stuck, because you need people. It's all about people, really, right? Learn that part of the business. Learn how to deal with people. But if you have love in your heart, you will create the solution that people want. Your customers, in other words. You treat people properly, and you will treat yourself properly as well. It might sound abstract, but that's half of where business really lies. There's a lot more I could say, but I shan't. So let me talk a bit about the you problem, the me problem. Yeah, let's face it. we would all like to wake up, do things as easily, and sell loads. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. I wish it was, but it's not, right? Genuinely learn to. Well, you're gonna have to learn to, whether you like it or not. You can either do it now, as I mentioned, prepare to be that person who does the right things, who learns the right things, who makes the right friends, who has good habits, who gets the traumas resolved. Don't go into business with baggage on your shoulder. If you do, that one day that baggage will your problems will catch up to you. Is the point, right? Learn to truly resolve those issues long before you go into business. If you're in business now, resolve your issues. Don't let them linger. They'll catch up with you sometime. That's my top. Those are my top 3 things, really, Eric. There's a lot more I could say. Look after your relationships. Personal life, business life are the same thing, my friends. If you're not happy in one, the other one's doomed. There's no point in being in business if you're going to doom your personal relationships. Why be successful and then divorced? Or the kids hate you. Don't be that person, my friends. I'll leave it there, Eric.
Thank you so much. You're right. It's one and the same. It's one and the same. People say, well, my life is falling apart, but I have a great business. Your business is going to follow the life that's falling apart. It's going to follow the life that's falling apart, right? So I love it. Thank you so much, Annie. That was just great gems. Like things that I didn't even think about. That's what my guest speakers talk about. I love it because we all learn together. All right. So for some reason, LinkedIn is not showing a lot of the comments here, but I want you to still put your comments in LinkedIn. I do see some, and we're about to start answering your questions. So put your questions in there. Let's see. That's who else has joined us. Joe Hargrave. Welcome to the call today. Welcome. We see you, Dr. Amaka. We see you. Welcome. Okay. Marinella from Italy. Welcome. Godwin. Welcome. All right. So put your questions in the chat or put it in LinkedIn somewhere. Hopefully, or even YouTube, right? Just put the word question and then tell us, ask us what question you have. Oh, one thing I want to share real quick, and you may want to write this down. If someone can put it in the chat, it'd be great. How I define entrepreneurship, and this is not based on any dictionary or any. This is for me. This is how I define it over my last 25 years. This is how I define it. Becoming a successful entrepreneur is being able to maintain your enthusiasm in the face of challenges and disappointments. I wish someone told me that 25 years ago. I thought you're just supposed to come out with an idea and everybody will be interested and everybody will buy, right? And then you just become rich. I thought that's how it works. It doesn't work that way. Okay, entrepreneurship. Okay, so becoming a successful entrepreneur is being able to maintain your enthusiasm in the face of challenges and disappointments. If you grab that, if you internalize that, success is yours. And those challenges and disappointments I'm talking about, it's like daily. It's daily, right? Issues daily. But if you're able to overcome it, you'd be surprised, right? A couple of things that people didn't tell me about entrepreneurship. Nobody told me that you're going to come across people who will lie to you. Like they'll say they're gonna meet you on a certain day, they'll book a call and they won't show up. I didn't know people did that. Like people will say they're gonna do something and they don't show up. And then, or they show up and they tell you that, yeah, they don't believe in what you're doing or they don't think it works. Or they show up and they say, yeah, this is great. Oh my God, I'm going to sign up. Yeah, where do I sign up? Send me the link. And you're watching your phone and you're refreshing and they're not buying. Like, what happened? Did you get the link? Oh my goodness. And then now you're trying to reach them and you can't find them anymore. And like, wait a minute. I thought, guys, it's going to happen to you. If it hasn't happened to you before, it will happen to you, right? People say, well, Eric, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Hey, don't pray for, pray for more wisdom. Okay, that's what you do. Don't pray for less problems, all right? Because you're going to have problems, right? Pray for more wisdom, because here's the thing, you're going to have challenges, right? So don't go around saying, where I'm from, like you don't say things you don't want, because, you want to curse yourself, right? So I'm not going to have any problems. I'm not going to have any challenges. Well, yes, you are. But what you need to do is pray for the wisdom and the skills to get over those problems and the challenges. That serves you better than just hoping and praying that you don't have any problems. Right? The bigger the problem, the bigger the paycheck. Yeah, right. What's the name of the Dangote? You guys know Dangote, right? At least the Nigerians know him, right? Richest man in Africa, probably the richest black man in the world, right? He has more problems than you. But he also has more money than you, right? He also has more money than you, right? So, bigger the problem, the bigger the money. All right. So I want to share that. I just think it's important that you keep the enthusiasm going, because that's important, right? The enthusiasm, you have to keep it going. If you're negative, if you keep saying things like, oh, it didn't work out, it's not meant to be, it's gonna be over. Just pack it up right now. Just pack it up right now. It's not gonna work if you're negative every day, right? Because you have to be positive. Mr. Positive Energy will tell you you got to be positive, right? All right. So do we see any questions? So Zion, do you see any questions? Because I don't see everything today. LinkedIn is doing some things here. If you see any questions, let me know. If not, we can just keep talking.
Yes, I think there are some few questions down in the comment section.
Okay.
Let me
if you can just let us know, because I can't see any. I can't see any.
I think that you've answered the dentist question, Dr. Fortune's question.
Okay.
Joni has a question. Says, what are your thoughts about upstart companies that ask you to invest large amounts of money in the business and promise big returns?
Okay. Okay. So they're asking, what do we think about companies that ask to invest large sums of money, right, in that business?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good.
In return for big, and they promise big returns, which may be outlandish.
Okay. Good. Would you like to share any or down?
Again, I think this part of business, you have to make choices, right? That does it feel right? Does it make sense? And that's about the business of business. I mean, when I was talking earlier, is there any reasonable way you can see your returns? Look, there's a difference between a startup that's selling whatever that may be, and a financial investment company. Right? In the investment company, I put my money in happily every day and say, there you go. You double and triple, quadruple my returns for years. Whereas if there's a startup on someone you met on LinkedIn who's doing not a lot, has just started a business, and business is, what's it called? Maybe events, right? And they're saying to you, invest in me, then I'll grow your money. Unless you're a bank, no, I'm not going to give you my money. I refuse. Yeah. That's just me, right? That's just me. I wonder what you two think.
Good. Awesome. Zion. By the way, we only have like 10 minutes. So real quick, Zion.
I will pass by. I don't have a comment for that.
Okay, no problem. So for me, follow your gut, right? Someone reached out to me on LinkedIn and he said he's going to help me promote my LinkedIn events, and he'll have a lot more people see it. And he's telling me all these things. I go on his LinkedIn page. He doesn't have as many people come to his events that I do. I'm like, why would I pay you? Like, I don't understand what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Right? He has 2,000 followers, which is okay, but there are people with 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, and you want me to grow my following and help me with my events? I don't see you doing it. So that's just common sense. I'm not paying you money. You know what I mean? So yeah, use your common sense. If it's too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. Right? That's what I would advise. All right. So by the way, let's share real quick how everybody can reach us before people have to drop off. For those of you that do not have my ebook yet, I spent 4 months to put it together. It's helping a lot of people. A lot of people have sent me messages telling me how it's changed their business, changed their life, all of that. If you don't have it, grab it now. It's for all entrepreneurs. It's basically 100 ways to build your business, to get more leads, sales, and success. Okay, leads, sales, and success. So I'm putting it in the chat right now, and it's successwitheric.com/100. So if you don't see it, you can hear what I'm saying right now, so you can write it down or put it in your phone and grab it right now. Success with Eric. Eric is ERIC. successwitheric.com/100. That's the number 100, right? And you will be able to grab this. I'm not talking about 5 tips. I'm not talking about 6 tips. I'm talking about 100 ways to build a big business, whatever you're building. Okay. successwitheric.com/100. If you want to follow me, LinkedIn is the best. Eric F. King, right? I post content every single day. I'm also on Instagram. You can check me out on Instagram, right? But LinkedIn the most. All right. So let's go around the room. Zion, how can we reach you? Do you have anything to share?
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Eric. For those who want to reach out to me, you can always reach out to me on LinkedIn, which is where I'm more active. And I host events every Friday. Our Positivity Life event, a space where we bring people to a consciousness and awareness, to embrace positivity intentionally. So if you're struggling to stay positive in business, in life generally, and you want a community, you want a space where you can be with people who are intentional about positivity, you can do it to reach out to me, book a positivity call. Let's go on a journey of positivity together. So that's that for me. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. I eat my back.
Thank you. Mr. Annie, go ahead.
I think I've just put my link in the comments. Like I said, links is not showing up, so I put the link in the chat again. Like, connect with me on LinkedIn. That's where I spend most of my time. That's where nearly all my friends are. I'm on the other socials, but I don't exactly use them. So
yes,
that's me.
And for you, it makes sense. Since you're the godfather of LinkedIn, you promote LinkedIn. That makes sense, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
If people come to your LinkedIn page, they'll see why you're so successful, right? So that makes sense. Absolutely.
For sure. There's a question by dentist,
okay.
Dr. Fortune.
Okay.
I mean, she says, "What are the do's and don'ts?" That sounds like a big question. It sounds like rehashing.
Oh, that's broad.
What are the do's and don'ts of entrepreneurship?
Okay. Well, that's it. Well, it's a great question. It's very broad, but it's a great question. Okay. So in like 2 minutes, you guys, I definitely can share. What can you share about that question? Anybody? Go ahead, Zion.
Yeah, and I think what we just talked about. It's about. For me, it comes out. The only thing I could say is, you have to truly love what you do. You have to love. That doesn't mean follow your passion. It means get good at what you do. Mastery creates love. It's not the other way around. It's not love creates mastery. It can do, but I'm saying mostly truly love what you do. Jump into it and knowing that you're gonna have to change yourself to be in business, right? You have to keep learning. You have to keep improving. Make mistakes. People like what you do. People hate what you do. But truly get to love what you do. I said that's my number one, really. And in terms of do's, the consistency, aiming for excellence, delighting people. All those matter. So last I'll say really is build relationships. Marketing, Eric, is the key to business. If you don't market your business, you're done. You're sunk. No matter how good you are, learn to market your business. Marketing is not shoving your products or services in people's faces. It's about building relationships. Get to know people. Get to love people. Get to want to serve them. Get to think of the business you buy from, my friends. The ones that show you love, you go back to. The ones that show you no love, and the ones that disrespect you, the ones that just want your money, you don't go back to. You run a mile and tell everyone else, hey, avoid those company, avoid that one. So don't be that person.
Yes.
Those are a few of my do's and don'ts.
Thank you. Thank you. Zan, go ahead.
Yes, that was very powerful, Mr. Eni. For me, one thing I would tell you is don't expect growth in your comfort zone. It's something most people do not really grasp a lot. Don't expect growth in your comfort zone. Don't think you can sleep all day and then you'll be successful. Don't think, oh, it's only when you feel like showing up, you're going to show up, then you'll be successful. It does not work like that. On a journey as an entrepreneur, you have to do the extra. What other people are not willing to do, you have to do it. Your sleep routine will be disturbed. Your work-life balance will be tested. But you must understand that if you want to be truly successful as an entrepreneur, it doesn't happen in your comfort zone. And I love the last point Mr. Eni gave, and for me, it's one of the mantra I use. It's build relationship. Build relationship. You want to survive as an entrepreneur, you want to continue to make success as an entrepreneur, learn to build relationship. It's not a time to say, oh, I'm an introvert, I'm an extrovert. No, it's not a matter of that. Be ready to build relationship, connect with people, because at the end of the day, whatever you are doing, if you are selling, you are going to sell to people. If you are buying, you're going to buy from people. So everything revolves around people, and the ability for you to put people at the center of everything you do, I tell you, is what guarantees your success as an entrepreneur. So that's what I wanted to share. Thank you so much. I yield my back to you.
All right. And you've shared with us how we can reach you, right, Zan?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
All right. So in the last 3 minutes, because we like to end on time, I'll just say, seek wise counsel, right? If you want to learn how to market yourself on LinkedIn, go to any. Don't ask someone that doesn't know anything about LinkedIn, right? If you see yourself being negative, if you see yourself not believing in yourself, go to Mr. Positive Energy Zan and learn from him, right? If you want to get better at sales, if you feel like you're being pushy, come to me. If you want to speak on a stage, right? If you want to speak with other speakers, coaches, and authors, and you're willing to fly down to our studio, contact me, right? Talk to experts, right? Don't just talk to everybody, right? Talk to experts. And invest in yourself. People will spend $100,000 to get a degree from college, and then they'll end up doing something that has nothing to do with their degree. And then they're in debt for many, many years. And that's normal to them because everybody does it. But then you tell them to invest in a program that can help them in the business. Oh, I'm not spending money. Like, I want to make money, but I'm not spending any money to build my business. You won't be able to build a business a successful one. So be ready to invest in yourself, whatever it is you need. And also spend 85% minimum time, 85% of your time marketing and selling. 85% of your time. Don't spend your time focusing on, I need to tweak my website. I need to change the colors. I need to get in another group. I saw someone told me, oh, I'm in another group now. We're reading books every night. That's awesome. But that shouldn't be your focus, right? 85% of your time, marketing and sales of your offer, because nobody knows it. If it doesn't matter how good it is, you can work on it every day. Nobody knows. Oh, Eric, I have this incredible website. Oh my God, it's $1 million website. Okay, how much are you making with it? Because nobody knows what you're doing, right? So focus on the right things. Focus on the right things. All right. So that's my tip. I hope that helped. All right. So we're at the bottom of the hour or the top of the hour, wherever you want to look at it. I appreciate my incredible speakers, Leah Garcia, Zan Anagru, Eni Osong. We appreciate all of you. We'll see you here same time next week. Make sure you put hashtag live if you are on live, and hashtag replay if you are watching the replay. So everybody on this line, if you can hear my voice, share this with at least 3 people. Share this link so people can get what you got. All right. Make it a great day, everybody. It has been a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege to be here with you this morning. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.